Hello everyone. Let us solve the same definition we solved in the earlier video. That is to read a string and check whether it is an even number or not. Now in this video I'm going to use a little string manipulation as well as number manipulation. So I'm going to use the code that I generated in the previous video. So kindly go through it if you want to know what has been done in the earlier one. So we'll build up our logic on the same one. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to read a number from the user and actually convert it into a number. So that is done. And then I'll go ahead and check whether it is converted. If not, throw an error. If it is converted, and here is where I'm going to change my logic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to convert the number into a integer number. Now why I want to do it is because basically when you're talking about odd and even numbers, you are talking about integer numbers. So I'm going to convert this into a integer number. Now if the original input is an integer, then I will extract the last digit and I will check whether it is 0, 2, 4, 6 or 8. So if it is neither of the 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, I'll print it is an odd number, provided it is an integer number. Now if it is not an integer number, then I will throw an error for wrong input. So let us see how it can be done. So first thing I'm going to check, is it an integer number or not? So I'm comparing the original converted number and its equivalent integer number, and if they are same, then I know for sure that it is a integer number and I need to do a little processing on it. If it is not an integer number, I will throw an error of not an integer because I want the input to be an integer to determine whether it is a even number or an odd number. So now if it is an integer number, here we'll be writing the code. So first thing I'll do is I will extract the rightmost character. Now there are two ways. I can use the original string and find the length of the string and extract the rightmost character, and otherwise I will uh, use this number and use the modulo operator and uh, check whether the last digit obtained using modulo 10 is an even digit or not. So I will be now extracting the rightmost character. I know it is an integer. Now I need to check whether it is an even number or not. So I will use the string manipulation, and on this I'm going to extract the last character. So to find out the last character, I need to find out what is the length of the string, because the last character is at a position which is length of the string -1. So from the string, I'm using string manipulation. So from the string, I'm extracting the last character. Now I will go ahead and check if Z is a 0 or Z is a 2 or Z is a 4 or Z is a 6 or Z is an 8. Now here the whole problem is I'm trying to use implicit conversion. Z contains a character and I'm trying to compare it with a digit. So we should make sure that either we use in the double quotation or the single quotation and we compare Z to a digit character, not a integer number. So if it is one of the 5 characters, well, I do have a little shortage of space, but well, if it is one of the 5 characters, I would print it is an even number, otherwise I would print it is a. Okay, see what has happened here is I'm converting it into a number. Once it is converted into a number and found that it is a number, I'm going further and converting the number into an integer. And I'm comparing the original number with the integer number. If they are same, that means the original number is an integer number. So then I'm doing a little string manipulation here. So what is it? I'm finding the length of the original string and I'm extracting the last character. And the last character has to be a 02468. Now since it is used as a string, I would prefer using it as a digit character. So I'm putting it in double quotations. So if it is one of these 5 characters at the end, then I'm displaying the message it is an even number. Otherwise I'm displaying it is an odd number. Now if it is not an integer, b is not equal to c in the first place, then I'm showing an error message that it is not an integer. Let us see whether this is working or not. So let me try and enter 1, 2, 3 and see. Yeah, it's an odd number. If I enter 1, 2, 3, 4, last digit is an even number. It says it's an even number. If I put in a negative value, it is still an even number. If I put in a 0.6, it says it is not an integer. And if I add in a non-numeric input, it says it is wrong input. So far my code is working fine. There are different ways to solve the same definition. You may find out a new logic and get in touch with me. You know where to catch me. And in the next video, I'll see you with a new definition.